The first product that you guys picked for me was able to give me over $200,000 in sales.
70% profit margins.
Yeah, I'm very, very grateful for you. Yeah, changed my life.
This guy goes in
What's
with the
going on,
Rolex
man?
cap. What's up, bro?
I didn't get the actual watches, but I could get the hat. So
How did
yeah,
everything change since we talked last time?
holy shit. A lot has changed. I moved states. I'm in a new state now, so I live in Florida, pretty close to the beach, so I love it here. The first month running this product was a huge success. Was able to pull in like 40K, and then with previous winners that I had, like I would do a big month and then it would kind of slowly decline. But for this product, it was just on the up, or like staying at that same level. So every month I was pulling in, 40, 30, 50K, and, have brought it to over 200K now at this point. It's been a little bit slower as of recent, but with Christmas coming up, I'm just looking to get more viral videos, still staying consistent, pushing out content every day, and actively looking for new products in the process.
Maybe let's walk through the numbers so you can quickly share your screen.
Okay, so this is where we were last time. This is, I'm pretty sure June 2nd is when we did the last case study. This was like the first month doing it. And then actually we'll just go. The month of June, was able to do another 33K, 6.42 conversion rate. AOV
Still,
was sitting
same thing, unheard of for everybody who's doing organic. They think most of them are probably not going to even believe it watching this. But yes, there is a specific strategy where you have insane conversion rates, which we're not going to mention here.
Yep. And then let's see, July, I was like, all right, like this product's crazy, like it just keeps going. And then July 28, so a little bit down, but still.
How are the profit margins overall?
Around 70%.
Yeah, so it's like around 20K profit on 20K, 28K maybe.
Right. Yeah.
Amazing.
And then I was like, okay, July we went down a little bit, and then had my, I think, biggest month in August. Yeah, so shot up to 52 in August. Almost had a 10K day here. I was pretty upset about it. Or wait, no. Okay, 8,500, whatever. I was close though. I really wanted 10. Yeah, 8. I'll take 8.5. That's fine. But yeah, had a pretty big month, and then we'll just go from where I started. So the 26th of April till now. It's the 9th. So yeah, 205.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, changed my life. It's a bit of an adjustment, but it's nice. It's definitely nice. I don't mind it.
Okay, so on all of the 200K, we have 70% profit margins.
Yeah.
How much is that? Like 250, something like that? 150, I mean.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So how was that? Like how did your life change since that much profit is coming in instead of like 4 months or so?
Before I started dropshipping, which was a little less than a year ago, I was working at the airport making $800 every 2 weeks. What's that? $1,600 a month. I was paying $750 for rent, had a little over that to live for a month. I think the biggest change for me that I tell people that ask, I'm not so worried about little things that I spend my money on. Back in the day when, I had 3K in my bank account, I would go spend $30 on Amazon, and I would go over to my bank account and like see how that would affect my savings, spending $30. Now it's just kind of like, I don't give a shit as much. And that's the freeing thing for me. Just being able to, take my girl to dinner and not look at the bill, and just like little things like that. That's like the biggest thing for me, not having to worry about like throwing my money into, experiences and food and stuff, and not really have to worry about it because I'm actively making that money back every day. So that's been my favorite part about having money.
100%. It's wild. Like what you say, I experienced the exact same thing where honestly, I feel more rich not looking at a bill than sitting in some crazy penthouse somewhere. It doesn't hit to me when I see something super expensive, but it does hit when I just buy something. An hour later, I'm like, wait, I didn't even know how much I paid. I don't know. I just put the Apple Pay in, and I don't listen. Yeah, I just like the waiter just tells me the price. I don't even really here you go. And
so they give me the bill. They come with the bill, and I just hand them the card, and they just go off, and they come back, and then I write the tip, and then later I'll be like, oh shit, I don't even know how much I bought that. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that happens quite a bit. And that has been like a defining moment for me because, I couldn't even go to like get a sandwich at a shop and then like not make sure I'm looking at how that's affecting it. How can I maybe go back to that same shop and spend a little less next time? Cause like I gotta, I was pinching pennies back then. And before I started drop shipping too, like even working at the airport, only having like 750 profit a month, I was like, I have to save to move to Florida, which was like an insane thought. So that's why any of this even came to be. And if it wasn't for this mentorship and you guys handpicking the product that has been able to get me these results and yield me these results, like I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And for that, I'm very, very grateful for you and the whole team.
No, for sure, for sure. Appreciate the words. And the craziest part is it's all one product, right? It's like all consistently been
Yep.
one specific product, which has been working every single month.
Yeah.
It is crazy. And I think it's not only the product, and I'm 100% sure if we would change up the offer to a not so good one, I would estimate the conversion rate would be around 1%, even though it would sell for the same price.
Really?
Like 1 to 2%. It's like genuinely, we've split tested this a bunch of times. And these specific offers, which are just like, it's insane. So I would honestly say it's not only the product, it's the product plus the offer combined, which actually make this money. Did anything else change for you in life generally? Did you notice any other differences?
People talk to me differently. People definitely, a lot of people that I know are asking me for advice instead of asking me how I'm doing. I've had some people call, like, I don't live around any of my old friends anymore. So it's kind of just me and my girlfriend out here. We're making friends out here and stuff, but I'll get calls from like my hometown and people want to know the secret. People want to know what it is that I'm doing. Yeah. People definitely talk to me a little bit differently, asking for a lot of advice. Other than that, I'm looking for like things that I never would have thought that I would be able to afford. I mean, I always figured like from a young age that I would figure out a way to make a lot of money to be able to live the lifestyle that I want. I just like it's crazy that it's like happening now in real time. So it's really cool to like, look at cars and be like, damn, I can actually get that. I can actually afford that. And like I'm thinking about totally different things now. Like, oh my God, at the end of the year, I got to get like a tax specialist and a financial advisor and like make sure that I'm being smart with my money, reinvesting into things that are going to make me more money. And it's just like it's a whole fee. It's crazy. It's like a whole new ballpark.
Yeah.
But I love it here. I wouldn't trade it for anything for sure.
When friends ask you for help, how do you react?
Depends on how good of a friend they are. I'll tell them like what it is that I'm doing. I'll give them the short. I'll send them your YouTube channel and I'll be like, this is my mentor. If you want to go learn how to do what I'm doing, this is it. I'll give them like the short answer of what it is that I'm doing, and then I'll send them your YouTube channel and be like, this is my mentor. Go check out his videos. Like this is what I do, and like this is how I make my money.
On this journey over the last like half a year or so, what would you say were the biggest challenges for you in terms of dropshipping?
Definitely not staying consistent. That is one thing that I've make sure to be, because if it's anything, like that is what has yielded me these results, just being consistent. But something that has been the biggest challenge for me, I think product research to this day has been still like one of the tougher tasks, because it's the most important part. And if you don't have a good product, none of this will happen. Like this isn't like I wouldn't be able to do this with a shitty product or with a shitty offer. For this product specifically, I think it's all mental, like the problems that I experience. Like if I have a slow day and I'm like, oh my God, like it's crashing, it's going to the ground. Like I tell myself that all the time. And I like really try to get out of that mindset, because that mindset will inevitably have it go down. If you just keep thinking like, oh my God, like the wheels are falling off, like this shit's, I'm going to bottom out and then I'm going to have like nothing. You just keep posting, keep being consistent, and you'll get the results.
How many products do you test since then?
Probably 7 or 8.
Okay, so but none of them were on that level. It's just this main winner you currently
Yeah,
have.
none of them have been on this level. I actually reopened. So when I first got into this membership or mentorship, I had a product that I was running that I did around 35,
Mhm.
40K with. And I shut down that store when I started running this one because the numbers were kind of going down. But I reopened it a couple weeks ago and I've actually been seeing pretty good numbers with it. So I'm running that store simultaneously as well. And I think in the past week, I've done around 7K in sales, which is like, cool. I'll take that.
These 6 or 7 products, have we checked them? Because I don't remember you sending sheets or something.
I sent sheets to Jacob, and he gave me a couple products to roll with, and I tested them. There was a couple that I searched around for suppliers and couldn't find any good offers. And there was a few that I tested that weren't really hitting, but I remain hopeful because I know that all this testing, it can be frustrating. I think that that's what deters a lot of people from drop shipping is when you're
Mhm.
testing products and you test 5, 6, 7, 8, and you're not getting anything to hit. What you don't know is when that ninth one or that 10th one, even the 15th one hits, these are the kind of results you can see. It's realistic. Like I wouldn't have ever thought it, but here we are, $205,000 in sales in some months. It's tough to explain what it feels like, but yeah, if you're 8 products in, 9 products in, 10 products in, and you still haven't seen a winner, please keep pushing because this shit will change your life if you just stay consistent. I mean, you can't fail if you don't quit. You can't. If you just keep on going, like something's going to hit.
Yeah.
That's kind of my attitude right now for testing products. Like it is frustrating, especially the first product that you guys handpicked for me. And that should be telling. That should be telling about the mentorship. I'm just saying. Like the first product that you guys picked for me was able to give me over $200,000 in sales, which is absolutely nuts. But yeah, I remain testing products, knowing that something like this, one even bigger than this, I might have 100K month, 200K month. I think that that's the next step for me, finding that product.
100%. What kind of goals do you have at this point, and how did they change since you got into this?
I used to lay in bed at my old apartment and think about having $100,000 in my bank account. I used to think about it really, really deeply. And now, like, I'm there and it's a crazy feeling. So now I'm like, shit, now I got to lay down and think about 500K, a million, like stuff like that. But I think goals for me, dropshipping wise, I want to be running several winning stores, have people making my videos, have people looking for products for me. And just like, I want to be like, the head of all of these stores, but I want to have people working for me on each of these stores. And if I have, like, let's say I'm doing a store like this, 4 or 5 different stores that are performing numbers like this and have people working underneath me, like that would be insane. That's how I get to the next level. I think it's bigger than just like running the one store. And I think I've always been like one store minded ever since I started.
Mhm.
But now that like, when you see the numbers start to go down a little bit, it's like, okay, I need to be running multiple stores that are all hitting at the same time. And I need to have people that are working for me because I am one man. I can't do all of this. I am currently running these 2 stores because it's not too much for me. I maybe work 2.5, 3 hours a day. And now when I do product research and stuff, a little bit more, I'll sit at my computer and I'll do product research for a couple
Mhm.
hours. I'm looking at different like spy tools and stuff like that. But yeah, right now it's not too much for me to handle. But once I find these winning products, I'm able to run a couple stores simultaneously. That's when it's gonna be like, okay, I need the help, and I know that you have the people for that, and I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to utilize that.
Well, very first of all, the thing you said, which is the most interesting here, is things went down and then you started testing again. When in
Yeah,
reality, it's very important. This is the most difficult thing to keep testing when you're at the peak. When you had this 8K day, you should have still be sitting there doing the product research and testing the next product, even though everything is on the top. And this is something which is a very, very common problem with like everybody's having the same thing where
okay. Now I don't feel as bad.
yeah, but it's every single time I see it where everything is going great, it goes down, and then you start panicking. Oh shit, I need to test new products. I need to. That
Yeah,
was
yeah. Like you have
obvious. Like, of
healthy.
course it's gonna go down. Yeah, of course it's gonna go down because nothing's gonna keep staying there forever. And we've seen this on Facebook, the same exact thing as on TikTok. With TikTok, it's just testing new products. With on Facebook, for example, it's literally testing new creative. So when you have your top days, everything is just super profitable on Facebook. Everybody is chilling. When in reality, you should be
Yeah,
preparing for the ad fatigue to hit, and everything goes to shit. And then you have to have a bunch of other creatives which are there to be able to scale. And this is the same thing with organic. Like you need to understand the delay in results. Even if you had this like crazy 8K day, there's a pretty high chance that on that specific day, you didn't do crazy amounts of work. You're like on that specific day, you didn't put in extra hours or so to make that money. Like you're going to feel the not putting in the extra hours a month down the line, 3 months down the line, 5 months down the line. You're going to feel that month, that week, that's like couple of months, you didn't put in extra work. And it's just always very important to remind yourself that this one product, like I would be stressing if I would be having just like one thing which is working, I would be so stressed about everything because it actually can go down. I would definitely say not having all eggs in one basket is just the foundation to mental peace and also to consistency, you know? So yeah, I think that definitely should be the next step of increasing the amount of product you test.
For sure. I'm trying to figure out the most efficient way to test a product, especially organically. Like, should I be making a page running organic for a week and then see if anything goes viral? If not, switch it out. Should I be running like TikTok ads? Should I be running Facebook ads? Like, I'm trying to figure out the most efficient way to test right now because I've kind of been doing like TikTok ads just because that's kind of been like my lane, like TikTok. So I'm like, okay, if I profit on a TikTok ad even a little bit, cool. Start the organic page, run it, and like keep up with the TikTok ads. Like I'm just trying to figure out the best way to test, like the most efficient way to test.
Yeah. So even though it sounds logical to combine organic and ads, I would not see it as the same thing. Just because something is working on ads, it doesn't mean that it's going to work on organic and the other way as well.
I've
So
been figuring it out slowly.
yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
it's totally different.
It's not, I wouldn't do this process of testing on ads. And if you see potential, you do organic test. That's not how you should do
Okay.
it. How you should do it is directly test it on organic, but obviously the product needs to be actually good, and we need to make sure that it is. But yeah, like I think that combining paid ads and organic is not the way to go. Like rationally, doesn't make too much sense. Where you can say, for example, all right, I'm seeing this product is selling like crazy on Amazon. It means that there's demand. It means that it definitely should sell on organic or on Facebook. No, it's completely different systems. Like something which works on Amazon doesn't have to work on Facebook, doesn't have to work on TikTok, and the thing which works on Facebook doesn't have to work on Amazon or TikTok or Facebook. It's all separate things. The closest thing you can get is TikTok ads and TikTok organic. That's the closest correlation thing. But even there, I wouldn't rely on it. I would definitely not start by testing on the ad side.
When testing products, maybe have a page that I'm dedicating to just running organic on, like interchangeable. Like I create a page at 0 followers, start like posting, 5 times a day for a week and just see if I can get anything to hit. And if there is some potential, maybe get some sales. And like when you're in the testing phase of TikTok, you want to put like your Instagram in the bio so that people can go to your, okay.
Exactly. So I wouldn't do 5 videos a day on one account. I would only do 2 videos max, like 3 max, but surely normally you should do two a day. And also at the same time, you should be doing it on multiple accounts. Okay, you need to understand that right now you have the potential to make real money, like actual money, but you don't. You're not making the real money yet. And it's the only thing in between you right now and real money is going really hard. So if right now you would be testing 4 times more products, you would exponentially make 4 times more money. It's that math actually works there. Right now, if I would be you, I would go really hard on testing. And it's not that like what you said here, okay, I cannot find the products, or when I find the products, then I can start. Yes, I get it. But inside of a week, you should be able to find at least 3 good products, and then you can start running everything at the same time. 2 posts per day per account. And what I would recommend overall, instead of posting 5 times a day, for example, is country translations. So running the same exact product in different countries with different one account per country. For example, Germany we saw is crushing it. Germany's crushing it. Like, where do you sell? Where do most of the people come from?
Most of the people are in the US for me.
Yeah. Do you have a UK account?
Can people buy in the UK? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Do you have a separate UK where
I do not.
Extra account? That's a problem though. Like you should, like all this needs to be done. And the same thing for translating it. And we have translators that can connect you for Germany and like a couple other countries. The output you should scale. I'm not saying like, I'm saying you should be posting at bare minimum like 20 times a day across everything. 20 is low.
I'm doing 20 right now.
But I'm just saying that you already have the proven concept for your product and you're not using it for the fullest potential because you just are doing US. You are in the US, so you never did this whole use VPN SIM card setup, right?
No.
Yeah, so you're going to have to do that for the other countries. Basically, if you live in Europe and you want to sell to the US, you have to have like a VPN which allows you to sell to the US, and you have to do the same from US to sell to UK. Like that needs to be done definitely. Any other questions?
Product research. Right now I'm on Dropship.io, but I think a lot of the products are like booming on Facebook, and it's tough to tell like where these products are going viral. I don't know. It's a little weird to navigate. I'm just trying to figure out like the most efficient way to do my product research, or like what interface to use. Or I heard in the Mikey interview that you did did that he has people doing product research for him and sending him products. I might need the link for that. I might need the link for that because that would be really nice.
How we did it with him is I showed him this magic website, which is called Upwork, where you basically can get people from whatever country you want to do things for you, which is very cheap. It's just you training them what a good product is. And instead of you having to scroll, they make the list for you. And then you just go through the list. It's much easier than scrolling on TikTok, you know?
Because I spent a lot of time scrolling on TikTok. Yeah. That was like one of my problems too. Like I saw in the Mikey interview that he was like, all I do is scroll. I'm like, man, yeah, I could be on there for 2-3 hours, 4 hours, and just scrolling, liking videos, saving videos. It's a nightmare. But I mean, also not a nightmare. I mean, $205,000 in sales.
It's worth it. It's obviously worth it. Yeah, it's just time consuming. How does your day overall look at the moment?
Well, I wake up, go to the gym, eat breakfast, get to work, and then maybe at night go to dinner, watch a movie, go to the beach, go to the pool. Pretty much my day to day right now, just hanging out, working.
How much do you work on average per day?
I would say like 3.5, 4 hours maybe.
Oh, what?
What do you mean?
I
remember you used to do. No, I said 4. I said fucking 8. I don't know. I used to see some of your case studies where people would be like, you'd be like, how much do you work a day? Like usually they're like 2.5 hours, and you're like, yep, you don't have to work that much. I was like, that sounds nice.
No, bro, you got it all wrong. It's the exact opposite. You do that, and then you fall off. You will fall off if you keep doing.
I'm not working. I'm working. I'm making sure I'm being very diligent and consistent.
Yeah, but if you would be put in a room with everybody in the group, which is at the top, which like the guys who are making like a real money, you would see that they're working at least double of what you're doing.
So like 8 hours a day.
Minimum. Bare minimum. Like the bare minimum is at least 8 hours a day. And you should set yourself that standard as well. It's easy to do what you're doing. This is not something which is going to last long. Like this definitely can go wrong. Yeah, like just do double and you're going to make it double. It's you're going to make double the money if you do double the work, because it's that direct. You should do it. You have to deserve working less, and you deserve it after you have a bunch of employees. And that's just a moment where your day-to-day tasks are not done by you. That is the moment where you actually deserve chilling. If I go on a trip for a month straight, nothing changes. I have 20 employees, nothing changes. I literally have 20 people doing the thing same thing happens. I'm there, I'm gone, nothing changes. However, if I'm in the day-to-day business, I cannot just chill for a month. It's nothing I deserve. Yeah. So it's very important to keep that in front of you, where you understand, all right, what am I doing? And what can I be doing? So it's basically posting and then posting even more. And instead of doing that, there are people out there which can do it for you. And I think you should definitely get them to start working for you, because you do have the capital to spend. Like the process of finding good creators is burning through a couple. So you basically, let's say you have 5 creators, 4 of them are terrible, 1 of them is good. However, you paid all of them. And this one, which was really good, he's going to pay back all the money which you basically lost on the 4. It's basically that process which you have to go, and then you're going to see that you at some point will find a person which is actually as good as you, and he just does everything for you. And then you can start thinking of chilling, when in reality you should be also creating still, but like then you can think of being a little bit more chill.
A little bit more chill.
A little bit.
I mean, I can relax from time to time, but I trust me. This is like, once you get to this point, after making as much money as I have, like it's not enough. Like I know I need to keep going. I know I need to be able to replicate this and do more. And with that is going to come a lot more work, and I'm very ready for that.
I'd say to live really comfortably, 50K profit after taxes is the starting point where you truly stop feeling money, where it actually doesn't really matter what you buy, what you do, who you gift. Like nothing really changes, even though I'm paying for rent for family, or I'm paying the entire sand. Like nothing changes, because if I made the 50 and I spent 20, I don't feel it's genuinely something which you don't feel. Yeah, for me, the jump from like 250 was the biggest one. Like 50 after net, like the 50 after all the taxes, which is in Germany, basically 50%, so like 100. Was the biggest jump for me, and everything after that I didn't feel, but that's the moment where you should get to where you should like aim for. For you, what would you tell a beginner right now starting out?
Test a lot of products, definitely, and don't stop if you fail, because yeah, I've had a lot of failed tested products, but when one does hit, it's going to hit big if you stay consistent with it. Once you hit big, like Michael says, once you hit big on a product, you continue to test. You don't slow down. You look at the face he's making at me. Look at
Now
them.
I
He's
have
looking
to.
at me. I know. When you're having success with a product, definitely keep testing, because I've seen it before in winning products. At any day, it can just go down, but make sure you stay consistent, and your chances of it going down lessen. Yeah, beginners, keep testing products. Something is going to hit. When it hits, it'll change your life.
How would you describe the program to someone who isn't there currently?
I've had a lot of people ask me about the program that I'm in, and I mean, I'm a good person to vouch for this program, because it has completely changed my life. I went from making $1,200 a month to making 35K, 40K profit months. It's a complete different game, different ballpark for me now. The course has been really helpful for me. Just being able to get that extra guidance. That was the reason that I wanted to take it in the first place, be in this mentorship, is because I wanted that extra guidance from people who know what the fuck they're talking about. And believe me when I say they do know what the fuck they're talking about. They're very responsive when I need any help. If you want to schedule, one-on-one calls, to be able to get that help in real time with something that you're struggling with, that you can't just look up answers for on a YouTube video. You really get that like personalized help from somebody who knows what they're talking about. Like sometimes you'll have like this weird issue that like you're not able to find on Reddit or able to find on a YouTube video. That's what's nice about having mentors who have either been through it or know somebody who has been through that issue and knows how to get you that resolve way quicker than scouring the internet for some fucking answers that you'll probably never find. So that's been the coolest part about having a mentorship for me, and this mentorship has been that for me, and it's definitely taken me to like new heights, and we're only going higher. So
Amazing, man. For everybody watching right now, if you actually want to get started, click the link below. So for a call, we're going to find out if we're a good fit. And yeah, let's wrap it up over here and do another update maybe in like a couple of months, half a year. Let's see how things go.
yeah, give me a few months. We'll definitely be able to do another one. I'm trying to hit. I want a Shopify dashboard with 1 million on it. I have to get there.
You should have two separate goals. One is this, and one is
Yeah.
output dreams. Like the goal should be action based. So what can you do in terms of actions in the next like 3 months to actually get there? And it's very important to hit those two separate goals, which is numbers and then action based things only. So how many products do you want to test? How frequently do you want to post? Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.